So good morning, everyone. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's dinner, that you have had a good rest during the night, or maybe a little bit of party in Barcelona. Who knows? So I'm very happy to see you again here. Thank you for coming so early in the morning. Not like the rest that they didn't come so early in the morning. But you are very lucky. You're very lucky to be here because since you came, you will be a very good presentation by Sonja and myself. So we're giving here in a very, very short way the key topics and logistics in terms of organization of the activities. So, the European Days of Jewish Culture, what a festival. You already know it. I don't have to say a lot about it. But in order to organize these activities, we need some procedures, and we would like to share them with you. Remind you a little bit about what we are looking for in these activities. We're looking for activities where values-based education and first-person experiences are the key to creating a profound impact. Activities in which the most genuine artistic expressions, whether traditional or contemporary, are made accessible to all. Activities in which fiction and reality go hand in hand to offer an immersive experience. Activities in which tradition and innovation come together so that Jewish culture continues to evolve and renew itself, but that doesn't forget its ancient roots. And finally, activities aimed at all of the society, activities that go out into the streets and allow any citizen to understand Jewish culture as part of European culture. I think most of you have already seen this part of the presentation, but I always like to remind a little bit the spirit and the values behind the festival. In terms of logistics, I'm sharing here with you our timeline, our broader, let's say, timeline. We have announced our annual theme in November, just when the European Days of Jewish Culture 2024 were finishing. And we are here right now at the organizers and coordinators meeting. When this meeting ends, the activity submission form is already available for you, and you can start sending your activities. Of course, you will have time until September to send the details of the activities. Remind that it is very important to share those details with us so we can help to raise awareness, to visualize your activities and give them all the attention they deserve. So please remember to send the activities on time. Between the end of the organizers and coordinators meeting and the start of the festival in September, we will have 2 or 3 inspiring European Days of Jewish Culture sessions. These online sessions in which we will be inviting experts in the theme of the year, people of the book, and in working with Jewish culture, that will share with us their tips, their best practices, how they do it, so that we can be inspired by that, think about more ideas of activities, and that will happen online. So even the people that weren't able to come to this meeting here in Barcelona will be able to enjoy that sessions. We're opening the European Days of Jewish Culture 2025 on the first Sunday of September in Stockholm. I understand that most of you will be preparing your activities in your local places, but if the time allows you and the schedule fits, it will be amazing to have you there, and if money allows you to. It will be amazing to have you there. We will be sending all the information about the ceremony and how to register and everything when we have it soon.
They
We can see that, of course. Do we have, Victor? Do we have an exact day? 31st of August. So it's not the first Sunday of September, but the last Sunday of August. So that gives you even more possibilities to come, since it won't coincide that much with your activities in your local towns. In the moment that the European Days of Jewish Culture start, you know that you have until more or less the end of November to organize your activities. We encourage you to do it as soon as, or as close as possible to the official date, which is the first Sunday of September. But of course, you have all the flexibility in the world to organize your activities whenever you can. From the moment the activities start, also the report submission form is available for you. As Olga explained yesterday, it is very, very important for us and for you too to send us the feedback so that once again we can highlight your activities, we can celebrate your successes. The deadline for the reporting will be in January. There's one more date which is lacking here because it was decided on 2 days ago on Monday, which is that in September we will also be announcing the annual theme for 2026, and that is something new that the committee decided, and it's, I think, a great success. Relevant links, don't worry about taking picture of this. We will be, of course, sending you all of the information. So you will find first, if this is your first time participating in the European Days or in this network, please register as an organizer in this link. You will have also the page where you can find all the support materials, the recordings of these sessions we're having here, where you can download the poster, the logos, the National Library of Israel exhibition, etc. And this is the submission form and the reporting form. I want to show you where this is in our website so that you can always know how to access it. So this is our website, jewishheritage.org, and if you go to the menu, you will see the About Us, the European Roots, the news, well, all this. So if you go just over European Days, you don't have to click on it, just put your mouse over, so drop-down menu will fall, and then you will find Organize an Event. This is the button to register as an organizer, and it opens another drop-down menu where you can go to the current edition and see all of the materials, support materials, etc. And here you will see all of the different links, obviously. For example, if you're a municipality and want to participate in the European Days of Jewish Culture, there is a special program that Sonja will introduce in a couple of minutes. So this is your link for that. You want to see what the past editions were like from the perspective of organizers. You go to past editions. You want to submit an event, so you can click here or here, it's exactly the same, and it gets you to the report form, to the submitting activity form. If you want to submit the report, you will find it here as well. Jeff?
Yeah, do you have to go through an officially registered sponsor of the organization, or can anyone just register an event?
That's a wonderful question, and I should have included that information in this presentation. Absolutely anyone can organize a European Days of Jewish Culture activity, whether you are a public body, an institution, an NGO, a private company, or even an individual artist, or just anybody that wants to, to organize an activity. You can do that. Always we are looking for activities that have the spirit of the festival, which is to allow Jewish culture to be shared by all of the society.
Do we have to submit an application from our organization, or do we have to actually belong?
Can you use? Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Does our organization have to be to belong? Do we have to submit like who we are and documents first?
you can choose if you want to do that or not. When you go into the submission of activity, you can put your name, your email, and you can put your the name of the institution and the logo and the website, or not. If you prefer not to put it, it's fine too. But I think it's a good opportunity also for promotion of your institutions, of course. And
but is that free, or do we have to pay a fee for that?
No, it's completely free and open. Yeah, of course. You're completely invited to. We're trying to do this as broad, as open, as accessible as possible.
Promotion of anti-Semitism.
Yeah, activities are not automatically added to the. So he's asking. I'm going to say the question because we're recording this, and this may be interesting also for the people looking. Piotr is asking about if there's a criteria for admitting or not the activities. At the moment, this may change if the committee decides something different. But at the moment, all of the activities are accepted, always that they have a minimum sense. Obviously, if we see an anti-Semitic activity, we don't accept it. If we see something, we get a lot of spam, and we don't accept the spam, obviously. So, yeah. I hope I answered the question. I will continue, and if there's more questions, I'm happy to answer. In terms of communication, we invite you to do at least two very easy things. One is when you post on any social media, use our hashtag so that everybody can be aware of your work, see what you are organizing. We can also promote it, share it, etc. And the other thing is take good pictures. I know this is always a struggle. We also struggle with it. Look, in this conference, we haven't had like a professional photographer. We were with our phones. But even if it's with your phones, make an effort and try to take good pictures, because this will help us a lot in promoting your next year activities. If we have last year pictures and they are nice, you see people having fun, enjoying, really doing the thing. It's participating in the active, doing the thing, participating in the activities in an active and proactive way. It will look very, very nice, and it will help us to communicate your activities better. Finally, of course, I am always available for you. You can contact me in this email, and I will be very, very happy to help you with anything that I can. Are there any other questions in terms of logistics? Teresa.
Thank you. I would just like to add how we do it in the Czech Republic, because the federation is the national coordinator. So we always contact our partners and ask them to submit actually their events to me, and then I do all because I also want to know what is going around in the whole country and what events are happening for the Jewish Heritage Days. So our partners submit the events to me, and then I submit to to your website, and I also create on Facebook like an event for the Jewish Heritage Days where I post all the events that are happening in Czech Republic. So I don't know how the other national coordinators, doing, and also the reports. I get the reports from our partners from the Czech Republic, and then I submit, a report like for the whole country. So I don't know how they do it in, other countries, but this is what works for us. Thank you.
That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much, Teresa, for sharing that. Obviously, in each country, the system might work a little bit different. We have countries with a very clear national coordinator, like the case of Teresa, that can do this work of grouping all of the activities. This also happens in France. It happens also in Italy. So we have different countries in which there is a professional national coordinator that can help you upload the activities. Also, they can send it to you, I guess, directly in the local language, and you will translate it to English if needed. So that is very, very helpful. For the countries in which we don't have like a clear national coordinator, we are working in having one in every country, but you can directly send the activities to us. Does any other of the national coordinators want to share a little bit about how they do it? Yeah. Also, that can be done during the networking session. If we don't have any other questions, or do we have any other questions? Otherwise, I'm very happy to give the floor to my colleague Sonja. She's going to introduce the Cities Embracing Jewish Heritage Project, which is an amazing novelty for this year. It will be very, very exciting. Thank you, Sonja.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I hope Vermouth is settling good this morning. So, Cities Embracing Jewish Heritage, it's a new project of APJ and Combat Anti-Semitism Movement, so two organizations that merged together for this project, with the aim to actually make municipalities and governmental bodies be more aware and take more care of Jewish heritage. And what we are asking them at this stage is to actually participate in European Days of Jewish Culture, because we believe if more municipalities will be engaged with Jewish heritage, will take responsibility over Jewish heritage, there is more chance we can reduce anti-Semitism on a little bit different level than just with European Days of Jewish Culture. What do we offer to municipalities? We offer one-on-one meetings, group of expertise that Dina will be leading happily, access to all the materials that actually you have access to, which means the materials of National Library of Israel. We will organize maybe meetings for them where they can learn more about preservation of Jewish heritage and heritage in general. And we offer financial support up to 1,000 euros. Okay, that's something quite new because you don't get a financial support to whatever you're doing, but we believe that this is one more layer that can maybe motivate municipalities to actually do a little bit more than they did until now. Currently, I'm in contact with 20 municipalities around Europe, so 20 municipalities are already interested. I started this project in the end of December, so in the last 2 months, I think there is quite movement and quite interest among the municipalities. They can do exactly like you are doing. They can choose or they can create whatever they want to create that will promote Jewish heritage in their cities. When I say municipalities, I mean governmental bodies. Okay, it can be a governmental museum, it can be a mayor's office, it can be cultural office of the city, it can be office that deals with anti-discrimination, anti-Semitism, etc., etc. We are offering, of course, we are showcasing and directing them to the website of European Days of Jewish Culture so they can get inspired by what you did in previous years. Because municipalities are not used to doing such a thing, so they are also learning from you a lot. Maybe just a little bit about the time frame and how actually you can help us. So we opened the application in March, which is this month, and until the end of the May, municipalities will be able to apply. I got a lot of questions from organizers and coordinators, can we apply in partnership with municipalities? The answer is no. municipalities can apply in partnership with you, which means that the application needs to come from them. They need to be in contact with us, and we will figure it out how we communicate between us, I mean you and us generally. In April, we are making a decision about, for example, if we have 10 municipalities in France that want to do it, it's impossible for us to support all 10. So we will contact a national coordinator in France, and we will say, okay, let's figure out what is most useful for you. Okay, so this is your role. Actually, this is how you can help us. So as soon as we get application from your country, we will let you know, and we will ask you to help us, advise us, or say, I have no idea. I never was in contact with this city, or I have no idea what is happening there. And then we will just make sure that on some level they get in contact with you as well. Okay? We are experimenting. It's a work in progress, so we have no idea where it will lead us. Of course, we have a plan where we want to go, but it's, as I said, we are really trying to see what works and what doesn't work. We also asked them for this year, we asked them to do the events during European Days of Jewish Culture. All their events will be promoted on the website. Federico showed you that there is a special link for municipalities because we asked them also for the budget, right? And they can apply through the website. The application is pretty easy. I know that it also helps a lot. Reporting is also very easy. The only tricky part here is that they need to report in order to get a second part of this small grant. So I'm hoping we will get more reports because there is a different motivation, but let's see what happens. So as I mentioned, our question is how you can help. So because this is a project that is coming from APJ, it's a project that is very, very connected to European Days of Jewish Culture, not just, but on the large scale it is. So what will be helpful for me is, first of all, to learn from you, did you ever had any contact with municipalities? Do you have any relationship with municipalities? What is challenging? What is not challenging? What are the tricky things when you cooperate with municipalities? I'll give you the example of Spain. It's not easy when we talk about Jewish heritage. And municipalities in Spain. Sometimes it's challenging. What does it mean to preserve a Jewish heritage in Spain? Is it just business, tourism, or there is more? So I know there are different dynamics, and we will try to learn with your help what are dynamics in your countries. You can also be the bridge. So you can also tell me, listen, it will really mean for us and for my Jewish community or my Jewish institution that three of us, which means you, municipality, and us, are in contact so that municipality recognize me or my institution as an important partner, player for different things. Okay, so I think that's something that might be also interesting for you. And if we need a local expertise, I think you're all local experts in your countries, then I will also ask you to help me. I need a historian that knows more about this synagogue. Do you maybe have somebody to recommend so I can connect municipality and that historian? I think in a nutshell, no thank you. I think in the nutshell that's really what we are trying to do. As I say, it's really we are experimenting, we are figuring it out as we go along. After this meeting, I will send you an email about more information and maybe the email that actually you can pass to municipalities. I will also let you know to which municipalities we already sent emails. And today on the networking session, we will have, my note will be about this topic. So you can also come and approach me already today and we can start the conversation. Do you have any questions? Yes, please. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you again, Sonja. My question is just maybe thinking outside the box, even though that's a cliche. When I look at Portugal, the bureaucracy is so slow, and I look at that time frame, it's just not going to happen. Yeah. What I find that might be an interesting way to go at it is through the private sector. You know, shopping malls have marketing and PR people. And if you go on the weekend in any shopping mall in Portugal, they're packed with all walks of life. And they have so much free space and a communications person that works and hustles. And I think, especially with the traveling exhibits from the library in Israel, it would be a no-brainer. You could put it up in a shopping mall, and then the municipality would come afterwards, you know, and they'll have a little table. But I think it's almost to work backwards, like, just get it there, and then they'll all claim credit for it.
Okay, I understand. I think that's a great idea. And I got a response from many municipalities that it's already too late for them to organize something in September. So that might be a solution for a first year. I'm not sure that we can support
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just thinking down the road. Because for us, you know, a lot of times we're trying to do a film, and these shopping malls have cinemas. And, you know, it's sort of like, how do we pitch a Jewish film festival down the road or a Jewish film? And once we make that contact with that communications persons, they make the call. And it happens because it's private. If we were to go through the artsy cinema house and you said Jewish or whatever, it would be like 1 year of conversations. I mean, it's...
I understand, the bureaucracy is a challenge. I think what is good is that this is not the only program that we will invite them to. Our partner organization, Combat Anti-Semitism Movement, is organizing mayor summits around anti-Semitism, and there is one in Paris also in September. So if the municipality can't organize something, they can maybe participate in that and start the relationship with us. And again,
you know how we got the participation in Porto, and I'm not saying me personally, but the community, is the Jewish Museum got so tired of the bureaucracy, and then at the end we said, well, give us security. And then we had the police come, and that was great because they could monitor the road. And they had hundreds of people for the Day of Jewish Culture. So it's sort of like they're going to come when they see something successful.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Any other question? I think you had a question. Alex, here, first row.
Is this working? Okay. Thank you for your information. What I'm asking is, municipalities are highly bureaucratic, and every time you go there with the idea, they say, okay, it's interesting, but who is going to do this? And then at the end of the day, it will be me who will be doing the job, but I'm not in their system. So that is one problem I see. The other one, I would like to know how the application, how this process goes, because I don't know if they will be interested without knowing how much money they can get and in which way they are getting the money. On the other hand, I have relationships with many municipalities over the country, 3 or 4 of them at least, and who are more close to us. But in Bucharest, where I am living, the municipality is structured like district municipalities. So I'm going to the district, or I need to go to the main municipality.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. I'll try to answer all.
And the reason I'm asking is because if I go for the district, it's easier. If I go to the big thing, we get lost.
Okay.
So
let me start from that question. We want to communicate with the mayor, but it doesn't mean that we can't go to small districts. So I think it's both directions. And again, let's see what happens. I think every country is, it's a different model. Bureaucracy is a problem. What we don't want you to do their job. I think that's very important. We are trying to switch the responsibility, right? So they might approach and say, okay, great, you're doing it already. That was your example. But we want to ask them, okay, what will be your addition as a municipality to this? And they can plan it together with you, but we want a person from municipality to be involved in planning, in inviting, promoting, You understand? Like we want them to organize. Again, it doesn't have to be a week, it can be one thing. But the responsibility is more on them. Of course, we expect them to be in contact with you. We are trying to change the environment, and it takes time. Okay? And I know what you are talking. This project is just starting, and it will hopefully last for many, many years. We are trying really to find partners in municipalities that will take this seriously and that they will do an effort, like they do an effort to organize something else in their city. Okay, that's our point. Magda.
Thank you. I think this is super important that municipalities are taking their the responsibility for the Jewish heritage more seriously. I'm thinking of a few things. One, taking, for example, Krakow, where the city basically mismanages Jewish heritage quite severely. There are other initiatives, cultural initiatives in the city that are positive. Now, empowering the city to do something, I would be worried in which direction that might go, because there isn't necessarily good practices that exist in the city or enough education in the kind of cultural department, let's say. And secondly, the dynamic that might happen once the city likes this idea that, oh, now we're doing Days of Jewish Culture, because they have so much money and power, it might also quash some of the other initiatives that are weaker and that sometimes also depend on the financing from the city. So I wonder if, I'm sure you're already thinking about this, but if you could just speak a little bit towards like how you're planning to navigate that dynamic and sort of who, you know, like, is there a priority for, let's say, cities that aren't yet having any initiatives, or maybe if there's already other initiatives that you might say to them, well, that's great that you're doing that, but actually we're putting our money elsewhere. So
thank you for your question. So I'll start from the back. Our aim at this point is actually to get to the cities that don't do anything, or get to the cities that don't have existing Jewish community. It doesn't mean, it's not excluding the other, but if I get 3 applications from Poland, I won't choose Krakow, okay? Not I'm saying we won't choose Krakow. I see, as I say, like I'm learning who you are. I know who you are, Magda. So for me, it will be very natural that when I get application from Krakow and I know the complexity, I'll come to you and you tell me, no, yes, maybe, but with these conditions, right? It's same, I mentioned the example of Spain, it's same with Spain. Like, we are getting so many applications from Spanish cities, which I'm very grateful and happy, but I'm in contact with Federico and with Victor to see how we overcome exactly what you described. So as many people I am aware that are doing the job and have issues with how municipalities and governments approach Jewish heritage, that's better for us, because of course we don't want to add to that, for sure. I hope I answered correctly. Robin.
Can you share, I don't know, communication materials that you have? Like, is there a package that we can just forward on to the city contacts that we have? Because I could, and then follow that up. So, in terms of your dissemination strategy.
Yes, let me try to figure out your computer. Maybe you can help me. I will just show you few things, but again, I will send you an email with all these things by the end of next week. Yes, thank you, Robin. Yeah, we have one pager where we explain what is the project, with all the links, direct links to registration, direct links to past editions of European Days of Jewish Culture. Okay, you see it's in the same website that you will be using. It's a little bit challenging, but thank you. So there is a basic information here. Municipalities can schedule online meetings one-on-one with us, very easy, just by clicking and putting their name and municipality details. They were invited to join here, but of course it was the short timeline, so most of them couldn't come. They can submit the event. Every event we are checking. It's the same process like European Days of Jewish Culture. Every event we are checking. The problematic countries, we are contacting you even more deeply. There is a one-pager, if you can see it here. So it's PDF, so you can send it to them. And there is also additional materials that will grow, like, for example, 11 steps municipal actions against anti-Semitism, that combating anti-Semitism movement together with municipalities is building. So, and there will be NOAA guidelines there, and all the materials that both organizations are producing and are connecting to Jewish heritage and anti-Semitism will be available to municipalities. So basically, thank you. That's it. Again, we are trying to make it as accessible and as easy as possible. I have short links, long links, one-pager, website, and again, we will change many things because that's how it should go. But for at this moment, we have the base, and then we will develop it. Any more questions? Mm-hmm.
Is this project include capitals of the countries?
Capitals?
Capitals of the countries.
Yes. We should talk about Georgia. It includes capitals, it includes small cities, again, cities with or without Jewish community, cities where you are and you are doing great work, or cities where it doesn't exist. So really diverse type of cities. Okay, I'm here again all day, and afterwards, Itana has a question.
More of a comment. That's better. I just wanted to encourage you to reach out to your municipalities. I come from an organization that is also very bureaucratic and slow, but you will get there. You know, if you exclude them, if you say, oh, they're difficult, it's slow, then you'll never get anywhere. They're here to stay. You cannot ignore them, and it's better if you find a way to work with them than do not go down that path. I mean, trying will get you some results. Little by little, maybe it's slow, but I'm sure after this first edition, you will have examples of good practice. And for those that are challenging to work with, you will come and show these examples. Okay, you're saying it's not possible, but look at this, look at how they've done it, maybe we can. That's one way. Another way is lobbying. So finding a backdoor to the municipalities, some other organizations that are working with them, some other partners of the municipalities, maybe the commercial ones. But there are ways to get to these people, because it's the people working in the municipalities that are usually challenging to work with. But examples of good practice will get you little by little there. Don't give up.
Thank you, Itana. I think every municipality has a person like Itana. That's my also experience in these 2 months. There are people that want to do stuff, and they will be your people, they will be our people. Like, I'm not expecting mayor to be involved. I'm expecting him or her to come, but he has people that are actually doing a lot of stuff, and they want to do, so thank you for it.
So another question. First of all, CAM is fantastic, and there's also ICAR, which you might imagine you must be in touch with, and I'm just remembering that the Council of Europe also has an intercultural cities network, which could also be very interesting for disseminating, and even maybe thinking in which cities in your countries are associated already with any one of these networks as a way to hook it. And for our training, we do sometimes, we do also with local municipalities. this is a great action plan follow-up for them, right? And even just to offer it in there. And I know some people here have been through our Train the Trainer, you know, and these things can go together, an action after or vice versa. But my question is, because it takes time, it takes a year to build the contact, the project, everything. Imagine a city is doing a bigger festival, and they don't include Jewish-specific elements. And one of the things we're promoting inside the new guidelines for cities on fostering Jewish life is bringing not just special events, but how do we bring it into the bigger events? Mm-hmm. Would this kind of support work if they had not planned, they're having a Festival de la Musique, Fête de la Musique, or what? And they make a special activity around Jewish heritage that they didn't have funding for, and this could help them to do it. Would that apply?
If you ask me, yes, but I'm not the only one. Like, for me, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. I can get back to you with a precise answer.
Because in that way, the budget goes further. They've already have a budget for a lot of other things, but they just missing that piece, and this might help to motivate them.
I think in the future, absolutely yes. In the first year, I'm not sure, because our budget is also limited. Like, we know how many if municipality asks for maximum, and we know that every municipality will ask, because it's not really a lot of money. So we can support maybe like 30 municipalities this year, right? But we are trying to fundraise and have even a bigger budget. And I think European Days of Jewish Culture is a first step, right? Because it's very developed. There is a network. You're doing great work. Municipalities can get inspired by you. But I imagine it will be throughout the year, right? So if each city has a celebration of 250 years of a synagogue that is in January, they can do an event and use this. So I guess it should fit to your plans.
Less advanced planning for them because they've already planned something. And then we have the dimension, it might go quicker.
Yeah. I mean, I think our next step is also to map all the organizations. You're on our list, but all the organizations that are in, and ECHAR also, they spread the information, but to have a list of organizations that we can cooperate, complement each other, and work together towards same aim, actually. So maybe last question, because I'm aware of time. Would you like to, yeah, please.
I'm barging in again. Yes, when I started to work for this festival, I launched each year a call for all the institutions. And there were very many interested, and not exactly the municipality. Some of them are funded by the municipality, and some of them are not. So my question is, if we can work with a specific organization, which, for example, the Jewish Theater, which is funded by the municipality, and if I go to the municipality, they will send me directly to them. So you see the point in here. And I'm not sure how to go about the financing, because if we go to the mayor will want to work with the Jewish community. Now the Jewish community, if they want to go in, they want some part of the money. So it is.
Okay, I mean, I understand the struggle. I might not have an answer. What I can say is that we are not going to support Jewish community and Jewish institutions. That's not what this program is doing. So it needs to come from governmental body. Directly, yes. They need to write an application. In the application, they can say in cooperation with Jewish Theater. They can say it there. But if they want to pay an actor, they can pay an actor, but they need to give me an invoice, right? So it can't be that Jewish community gets directly the money. Municipality can tell me, okay, we want a Jewish musician, and we will pay a Jewish musician. Great, do that, but it needs to go through them.
But when you come with this idea, each one says, you, not me, you. So they
So I think it's on you how you will protect yourself, so, and push municipalities to actually do or plan with you, and not just do the existing and the things that are already there, but maybe do something different, because they have opportunity to do something different. Thank you. I just want to close by saying that this is the synagogue of my hometown, and I hope one day I will see you there. The name of the city is Subotica, and it's one of the most beautiful synagogues in Europe. Not that it's a competition, but trust me, it is.
I'm amazed to see the excitement that this project was put together between the Kiryati Foundation, the Combat Antisemitism Movement, and APJ is arising. It's a wonderful initiative, and I have to say that it's just born. There's still a lot of things to do. Sonja has been working for us for 2 months. Well, we feel that we have been working together for forever, but it's only 2 months. So bear with us while we navigate all of this, and I'm sure that we will arrive to a very, very happy situation with all this project.